Today we're doing a rear evaporator core on a Traverse. Let's get started. The rear evaporator core is on the right side of the right rear of the Traverse. We got a lot of trim to remove, so let's get going. On the second row, you want to move them forward, the seats forward far as you can go, especially the right side, and lay the third row down. Next, we're going to undo the bottom of the latch trim. Let's take and pull up. Next, we're gonna work on some of the bolts here to the quarter panel trim. Next, we want to remove these little hook deals or what have you, pieces of trim off of them. I do the two bolts. Next, this piece of trim here where it says airbag. It's got a 7mm in there. Next, we're going to try to move that piece of trim, that upper part of it, and just leave it in the belt. Next, we're going to go up toward the front and work on that half of it. I even just want to start in the front. On some models, on some year or whatever, they have a hidden bolt behind this little deal here. You want to pull it off with a pair of needle nose. Just twist it and just check it. This one does it, but I don't know what it is. Some models have it, some of them don't. Next, we want to pop off this cup holder trim. There's a bolt hidden right behind here, a 7mm. Then you want to pop off this piece of trim here. There's a 7mm in there. Maybe this bolt here. Next, we want to move remove this upper trim where the belt, seat belt is. Should pop right loose. Work your way down. Undo this kick panel trim. You can start lifting up as you work it out. Work your way to the back to snap it, unsnap it from here. As you unsnap it, you should be able to lift it up. You may have to unplug a speaker wire back there to give you a little bit more slack. Right there, the speaker wire here. Need to unplug it when you get the panel out of there, or slide it back. That's all I do. After removing that speaker wire, you should be able to get more slack out of this quarter panel trim. To be able to get to the rear evaporator core housing case or what have you. There's a bolt there on the vent tubing, and there's a bolt here when they get to remove. Up in front of this tube, there's another bolt near the floor that needs to be removed. Here's the other bolt. Let's see, it's near the floorboard. Be able to remove that tubing. Next, you can remove the upper tubing. Up here is only one bolt that holds the evaporator, rear evaporator case in. It's here. And it only has one plug that you need to unplug, and that is here. You see it's almost loose there. Got some work to do underneath it. And you raise it up and remove the wheel. Next, you want to remove this wheel liner on the rear part here. We got on top of the mud flap. Just need to take these two out, here and here. You got two push pins. bolts here. Then you have one on the very bottom. After removing the wheel liner, which is very tricky to get out, you need to work the fender side out first to flip it out. And next you want to undo the lines here. Start with the heater core. You want to remove the rear heater core lines, which is these. You gotta squeeze the little tabs in and twist it out at the same time. They can be very tricky. After removing the two heater core lines, you want to fold them back and try to get them behind that sway bar. You'll be able to keep from losing any coolant. Next, you want to remove the AC line. If you haven't removed the liquid freon, you want to do that now. If you get to looking for the low side, the high side is very easy to find, but the low side is way down there by the oil filter on this vehicle. And it can be kind of difficult to get to. I'm going to remove the freon now so we can remove the lines off of that evaporator cord back there. Now, after removing the existing freon out, you want to be able to remove the AC line off the rear evaporator. It's only got one nut holding it, 13 millimeter. Next, you want to remove these heater hose retainers right here. And just start folding them down like so. They're not gonna make it through that hole if you don't remove them. You want to remove the two 10 millimeter nuts. You got one here, and there's one on the other side of the expansion valve. This one remove the nut. Now all the work should be done down here at the bottom. It should be ready to pull out through the top. If you probably ran across the instructions, or maybe I think it tells you that you have to lower the exhaust down to get to all the stuff that we undone here. Well, I say you don't have to. It's up to you. But the exhaust's still there, and we undone everything we need to undo. Next, you should be able to remove the evaporator heater cord case. You should pull straight out. You lay on a table to be able to work on it, and be able to separate the case. We're going to remove this wiring harness and lay it back out of the way first. You just want to remove the wiring harness only off the the actuators, the two actuators. And just pull them back and lay them back out of the way. Next, I want to remove both actuators. Next, I want to remove the lower part of the case. You got to start with, you got to remove each one of these clips. A little screwdriver. Then it has 3 or 4 bolts. Remove this gasket. I'll start by removing the upper part of the case, and it has these silver retainers as well all the way around that you had to pop off first. Then we got a bunch of hidden bolts. Everywhere. And they remove all of those. Next, after removing all your little bolts, you want to take a razor blade and just cut this seal right at the seam. You see where it comes apart, like so. On both sides. Now it's ready to separate. You take and just pull up on it. Work it off of there. And your evaporator. Take and just slide it out. And there it is. You see where it's been leaking at right here, all the moisture. I don't know if you can see the dye in it. And that's it. Then the new one comes with the expansion valve already on it. So you don't have to worry about the expansion valve. Now you be a good time to inspect your heater core. Make sure it's not leaking. Then you can just reverse steps and going back together with it, and I think you'd be just fine. If you have any problem with charging it, you can go to your local shop and we get them to charge it up for you. Like I said, you can just reverse the steps and go back together with it, and everything should be just fine. I hope this video helps, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.